Well guys, it's a wakey as usual, coming to you from the trap bed here. Going to work on a few traps today on the behind the scenes lobster fishing. Friday the 13th, April 13th. So I'm going to take you over to the wharf, I guess, and work on a few traps and show you a little bit out of the trap pile, which is another arduous task that, well, it just plain sucks. But working on gear is a crucial part of the job, because the better condition your traps are in, the better they will perform. And we made it. Let's tackle into the trap. Well, here I am, guys. I made it into my little trap dungeon, as I like to call it. It's a bit of a cave right now, because usually I can get my traps ready and set them as I go to make room on the wharf, but as you can see, pretty much in the middle of a... So basically what we're doing here, people, is, I mean, most people have anywhere from 500 to 800 traps. Most people have 800 traps, I guess you could say. And you got to go through every single one of them. You got to put a trap tag in them so they're legal, and put whatever rope you need, you know, to adjust to whatever depth that you're going to go set the trap in. And whether or not it's a single, a pair, this and that, put new buoys on. Just upkeep on your traps is, you know, what we do. Pretty much you're just taking and piling them on one side and piling them to the other. And, you know, it's a tedious task. So we're going to just go over a few here. I got traps that I could effing sit here and rebuild for 3 hours on, and they'd still look like shit. And because my traps are shit, my gang's junk, but she's all mine and makes me money. So a new trap will run you anywhere from $70 to $120, depending on length, brick setup, how many heads, and all this other stuff. And usually a used trap will run you anywhere from $20 to $35. So it's just first off, guys, I'll show you a little workstation. You bring the traps from the shit pile, work on it, stack it on the good side. Here's our equipment. Hog ring pliers, gotta have them. Bait bag cleats, hog rings, iron hog rings of different sizes, wire cutters, trap wire, drill with an extension. That's how we put the runners on. See this wooden runner with a screw in it. And of course the mallet, which is what the most used tool by me to beat my traps back into submission. Crowbar. Well, here's your trap, guys, basically. You have brick weight in the back, weight in the sides. This is a 4-foot single bedroom trap. Here's what it feels like to be a lobster and get trapped in the Wakey 420's trap. Oh, there's some bait there. Oh, I want to eat some. Oh, wait. Oh, I bet there's some fucking nice piece of tail up in there somewhere. And then I come along and get him again. But basically there's your trap set up anyway. These lobster tags here are numbered your trap. And every year they're a different color. These things cost 50 cents a piece, which is a bitch when you're buying your license. I get 800 of them. I spend $400 on these little fucking pieces of plastic right here, as does every other fisherman. I'm really glad too, because that right there goes to whale research, which I disagree with. So I'm glad that my money gets spent not the way I want. Anyway, you can see there's a bait spike in this trap. You can put some whole fish right on that spike, fold it back around. Usually I just put it right in there, put a bait bag in. But that's basically how your trap works. And we get rigged up, we put the warp in. These are going to be 30 fathoms. So, and this right here is a breakaway. If the trap gets cut off, or parted off or whatever, this will rot away over time and allow for the lobsters to get out as a conservation effort. Typically that's what these vents are for on my other traps, the way they're rigged up. You crimp, you use an iron hog ring. You use an iron hog ring, a biodegradable hog ring, and crimp it in there. Just like how that stainless one is. And then this will open up as the hog ring deteriorates. So, conservation effort. Our float rope, floating rope. And then you have your sink rope, your top line. Always connect my lines with a loop here. Just a simple overhand knot. A nice crusty rope. Then I fathom out 6 fathom. And as you can see, the rope actually creates a knot where your float is stuck on there so long. And we tie on our float. Bowling knot. Go check out the video. Throw your float right in the trap. And this trap is in pretty good shape, so shut the door. There you have it. We're on to the next one. And here's your tailor warp. Pick out an old critter that didn't make it. Got left in there, old whelk. This trap's all pretty much good to go. I like tailers, they're a little easier. Usually people use their tailor warp. When I say tailor warp, I mean the second trap, which only has a 10 fathom piece of float rope connecting it to the main trap with your main vertical line. That trap, yeah, we can use a little hammer, MC hammer time here. She's a little bit deteriorated, but goddamn, she'll hold the lobster, so we're gonna dump her. So there you have it, guys. Getting a few traps ready. I bet it seems like it's just a never-ending process if you don't have brand new gear all the time. You always pick over your best ones and leave the shitty ones last, and the ones that need runners, you know, the wooden lads on the bottom of the trap. And then when you start getting into patching holes that are rusted through and stuff like that, it's just, it definitely sucks. But part of the lifestyle. Definitely not all gravy to lobster fishing. I got a lot of traps that I've cut right off and kicked right overboard. They weren't even repairable, you know. Just, you lose traps every year. You end up having to get traps every year. You pretty much can catch a lobster with any trap, just as long as there's bait in it. But everybody thinks, I mean, there's just 100 different trap patterns, probably more than that, and everybody thinks theirs is the best. So, but all of them catch lobsters. So I mean, they make every color: red, pink, orange, green, 2 shades of blue, yellow. You know, all this different shit. But the bottom line is no matter what trap you got, you still got to go out there and haul the thing and put your work in, and you'll catch lobsters. I've seen guys go over 300 traps in a day before, because their traps are all brand new and immaculate, and all they need to do is snap a tag in them and throw some rope in them and go to the next one. And I'm jealous big time because the amount of time I put into traps. But you know, that's the way it goes. It is what it is. Maybe someday I'll be going over them quick. One day. Just another little tidbit. We'll show you the traps in action. We'll show you setting some traps. We're going to show you launch. Any questions, guys? Any questions at all? Just don't hesitate, you know. Not a problem. Ask me whatever you guys... I know the thing is I do these videos for you guys, but it's like I take stuff for granted, you know what I mean? Like, I take it for granted that someone knows that it's rope or, you know, whatever. But, I mean, I understand. I've had a lot of different people from different places who didn't even fathom what we were doing. Just another little tidbit of lobstering. You don't always realize what's going on. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. There's a lot more to going out and hauling that trap to meet the eye. For all you bug lovers out there, this is a Wakey 420 signing off. Cheers, guys.